Hey Narwhals, I'm your host Luke Narwhal, and today we'll be reading People of Reddit, What are some good meals for weight loss? Also, just a heads up, our merch shop is now live. After reading your feedback, we've gone back to the original shop. Feel free to check out our merch shop in the description below. Leave a like and subscribe for more weight loss videos that help you stay on track. One time I went to Applebee's and ordered a super greasy pasta-based dish with breaded chicken instead of seared. The next day, I woke up with appendicitis and didn't eat for 6 days. I lost like 10 pounds at least. Damn, going to do this and look good as frig. Everyone is saying eat less, and that's cool, but the things you eat help you out. For instance, you got to reduce sugar and increase veggies. You'll be hungry less often. Broccoli is king. It's super filling with very few calories. If you want to see really quick results, try switching out the breads you consume for veggies. For instance, chicken and rice becomes chicken and broccoli. I'm about to jump back on my hardcore diet train. Gained some weight finishing up school. I'm about to eat mostly eggs, chicken, veggies, and some fruit. Rice if I'm really hungry for a meal. I'll spice it up by switching sauces often. Last tip, don't overestimate your hunger. If you're hungry between lunch and dinner, do you need a full meal or will a banana or a pack of pistachios do? Oh, sweet potatoes, man. Stuff is good for you and so filling. Hope this helps. Don't worry so much about what you're eating, more how much you're eating. Do you honestly want that packet of crisps, or would a glass of water quench what is actually thirst? Is your plate overflowing? Use smaller plates and keep the food within a set circumference. Eat slowly. Portion control is king. Honestly, calories in, calories out. That's the bottom line. A good way to head that direction is substituting as much carbs as you can in your daily diet. Go for lettuce wraps instead of tortillas or bread. Try spaghetti squash or getting a spiral slicer to make noodles out of veggies. Avoid eating while distracted, i.e. watching TV. Mindlessly putting food in the mouth leads to overeating, so consciously being aware of each bite leads to earlier satiety. Also, try eating a smaller portion and step away from the table for 15 minutes. If you're still hungry, come back and have a little more, but you'll probably find that after some time, you're not actually hungry anymore. You can eat literally whatever you want and still lose weight. You just have to eat much less of it. Start paying attention to the calories you consume per day and don't worry about demonizing any specific food. When you take this technically true hard fact into the real world though, it's untenable because 1600 calories of fried food and soda does not approach the satiety of 1600 calories of baked or grilled lean protein and vegetables. That's the point. You can eat junk food instead of healthy food, but you will very quickly realize that a frig ton of broccoli is more filling than a cheeseburger. The point isn't that you should eat crap, it's that you shouldn't beat yourself up because you had some fries. You just need to account for them. I must be broken because vegetables never feel as filling. I guess short term they do, but after I finish dinner, I'm hungry feeling again. Meanwhile, something junky will sit heavily in my stomach for quite a while. On the other hand, that heavy, junky food feeling makes me feel crappy. I also find I can only eat so much produce before my brain just says, alright, that's enough, and I get this odd sensation of being full, but only full of that item. So I'll be eating a bowl of peas and suddenly feel full, but I'll be fine moving on to my chicken or whatever. Not broken. You will probably find that you need to eat protein and fat with your veggies as well. An apple and peanut butter will keep you filled longer than just an apple since it's mostly water and sugar. Other examples would be hummus and carrots. Another problem could be that you're not properly adjusting the amount of veggies to compensate for their lack of calories. Veggies are something that you can really truly fill up your plate with and still stay within your calorie limit. Weight loss obviously comes down to calories in versus calories out, and there's no foods that are good for weight loss or fat-burning foods. If you're committed to losing weight, the first step is finding your total daily energy expenditure or maintenance calories. Just Google TDEE calculator, and then eating 500 less calories than the number you get. From there, you'll want to start tracking the macros and calories of the foods you eat and stick to clean, whole foods. Frig literally anything that comes in a package. Frig all microwavable meals. Just because the package says healthy choice doesn't mean it actually is. As a bodybuilder and someone who has a good amount of nutrition knowledge, I get so annoyed by people getting fooled by packaged food labels. All these snack bars that are marketed as healthy are actually terrible and usually loaded with sugar and crappy ingredients. Build your meals yourself out of lean protein sources, complex carbs, and healthy fats. Keep sugar as low as absolutely possible. If you can cook, it's not that hard to make chicken breast, rice, and vegetables not seem like a diet meal without even adding oil. I'll saute my favorite veggies with just Pam cooking spray or a drop of coconut oil. Throw in the already cooked chicken season with just spices, no oily marinades, cooked rice, and add some sriracha, some herbs, and you've got a delicious meal. Fish and other lean meats are great too, of course. Other good carb sources besides rice are sweet potatoes, quinoa, and beans. The reason I'm saying avoid oils is because the calories add up real quick, so they're kinda unnecessary. Breakfast and snacks can be eggs, unflavored fat-free Greek yogurt with berries, overnight oats, nuts in moderation, high calories if you're not careful, fruits in moderation because it's still sugar, and vegetables with hummus. You know those action movies with super cut and fit people? To prepare for those roles, the actors typically eat baked chicken and broccoli, and that's all. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I don't know how healthy that is, I suspect it's pretty good, but in terms of weight loss, I think the results are clear. Yep, was married to a bodybuilder. God, how I hate broccoli. Not as much as her though. I've had success on the ketogenic diet, but it's not for everyone. Word, especially for women if they're pregnant or planning to be pregnant. There's a percentage of how much fat should make up their diet, and going too high consistently may make the pregnancy more difficult and complicated. Best to consult your doctor in this scenario. Also, my brother was hardcore keto for a number of years, 3-ish, and worked out a lot, 5 or 6 days a week. Around 40, he went in for his yearly checkup, and some of his numbers were bad. Cholesterol, sodium, blood pressure, possibly others. Looking at him and his workout schedule, you'd think he was the pinnacle of health. He went full vegan and got all those numbers under control. He's brought back a limited amount of animal fat and protein, entirely fish/fowl, and is continuing to be awesome. So, consult your doctor. Maintain regular checkups. As a person with a large appetite, I used to make a pasta dish for lunch, as pasta has a lower GI than other carbohydrates and kept me fuller for longer. Even better if you use the whole meal version. I would heat some Philadelphia lightest with skim milk and chicken stock, onion powder, and garlic powder. Once it had all melted together to make a sauce, I would season it and then mix it with cooked chicken or tuna and whatever vegetables I had. Sometimes for a treat, I would melt a slice or two of low-fat processed cheese on top. It sounds like a lot of food, but I lost 60 pounds doing this, plus exercise. In the evenings, I almost always had fish. My favorite was salmon, with new potatoes or sweet potatoes and a big pile of vegetables, sometimes stir-fried for variety. Stick to filling foods that give you a lot of protein or water and fiber. Some good guidelines I find are: eat lots of fruits and vegetables. Exceptions are potatoes, avocados. Some fruits are pretty high in sugar and calories, like pears and mangoes. Don't avoid those, but keep on eating them if you really like fruit. It's still better than most other things you can eat as a snack. Salads are a great way to get a lot of vegetables into your diet in a good way. Just keep an eye on your dressings. Avoid deep fried foods. These are big calorie sinks. Have baked chicken instead of fried, and don't eat the skin. Have a salad instead of the fries. Avoid foods high in sugar. Have a fancy coffee after dinner instead of a dessert. Just drink water with everything. The only exception for this, I think, is coffee or tea if you are habituated to caffeine. But really, just a coffee or something like a cappuccino, not something like caramel macchiato shake. Go for foods high in protein and low in saturated fat. Example, white meat chicken or turkey, tofu, beans, or fish. For starches, go for the things that have more fiber, like true whole wheat bread or brown rice. Try to have bread with some seeds in it. It makes it a lot more satisfying, I find. Quinoa is great as it's pretty high in protein and fiber, easier to make than rice, and tastes yummy. Try making it with chicken or vegetable broth or even orange juice instead of water for extra good taste. Get your healthy fats in though. Fat is a calorie sink as well, but also makes food taste better and more satisfying. Just don't go too crazy. Make salad dressings with olive oil and throw in a few nuts or seeds. And that brings us to the featured narwhals of the day. If you would like to be a featured narwhal, just head on over to our subreddit, r/losingnarwhals. Link is in the description below. Our first featured narwhal of the day is Cremello Lover, and they say, left, pictures before I started losing weight, 110 kg, 240 pounds. Right, pictures of where I'm at today, 95 kg, 209 pounds. I'm 187 centimeters, 6'2", and my goal is drawing nearer. 8 kilograms until a BMI healthy weight, and we'll see from there. Keep grinding. Our next featured narwhal of the day is Debar, and they say, On my way to almost no back fat. And our last featured narwhal of the day is Maddie, and they say, "So I've been watching the YouTube videos for a while, but I'm new to Reddit. Here is January 5th to February 9th. I've only lost 13 pounds, but it's a start. 5'7", 183 in the first pick, 170 in the second pick. My goal weight is 150, and I really need extra motivation to hit that by the end of April." Thank you so much for sharing, narwhals. Once again, our merch is now live. You'll find the link to the store in the description below. Thank you to everyone who's ordered so far. Be sure to like and subscribe for more weight loss videos that help you stay on track. Thanks for watching, narwhals, and I'll see you in the next one.